We join the nation in celebrating and thanking our care workers and look forward to amplifying the stories and power of care work all month and beyond.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
The National Domestic Workers Alliance has put out a statement on the White House proclamation recognizing April as Care Worker Recognition Month. So back on March 31st, right before the start of the month, the Biden-Harris administration announced a White House proclamation declaring April as Care Worker Recognition Month, highlighting the administration's continued commitment to strengthening the care economy and marking a critical step forward for direct care workers, caregivers, early childhood educators, and child care workers to live and work with the respect and recognition they deserve. Now, me personally, I'm interested to hear more about what the administration's supposedly doing about the care economy. However, I am willing to recognize that this recognition is itself important. It's important that we have this month to recognize domestic workers who are often under-recognized in this country. And that's why the National Domestic Workers Alliance is excited to see a month dedicated to the workers who care for our loved ones and national acknowledgement of what care workers have known all along, that care is essential and care can't wait. The president and executive director of NDWA put out the following statement. We celebrate the Biden-Harris administration's decision to proclaim April as Care Worker Recognition Month. For decades, we have known that care workers are the engine of our economy and society, enabling our families to thrive by ensuring our loved ones are cared for with respect and dignity. Now it's time for the rest of the country to see what we see. It's time we recognize care work and thank care workers for the life-enabling work they do. This proclamation represents a turning point in our country. Public recognition of work often invisibilized and undervalued, made possible by the women of color who have organized for decades to achieve transformational change in the care industry. We are thrilled to have a dedicated month for the workers who make everything else possible, and we welcome the opportunity to thank them on a national stage. And this April, we must go beyond acknowledgement. We must recommit to real change. America's care workers provide the care needed for older adults and people with chronic illnesses or disabilities to live independently and with dignity. They provide enriching environments for our children to grow and learn, and they understand the critical human connection necessary to provide care for our loved ones. With a growing aging population, American families need more support than ever, driving a rapid growth in the number of care jobs. Yet they too often earn poverty wages without benefits or adequate time off and struggle to make ends meet. The workers we count on to care for us struggle to care for their own families. We can't recognize care workers without recognizing that reality. That is why this April, we will also be recommitting to action to make care jobs the living wage jobs they deserve. May this proclamation pave the way for generational change in the quality of these jobs. May we achieve investments in home and community-based services to raise wages for the workforce, pass a national domestic worker bill of rights, and put these jobs on a path to real economic opportunity and mobility. We join the nation in celebrating and thanking our care workers and look forward to amplifying the stories and power of care work all month and beyond. So I wanted to put that out there because, as their statement alluded to, domestic workers are just often forgotten about in our economy. Often they are not treated as employees legally. Often they do not have paid sick leave or any sort of paid benefits. Often are working without retirement benefits or, living wages, frankly. And so these are people who are doing very important work, doing work that we rely on, that families across the country rely on. The people who are taking care of our elders, taking care of our sick and our injured and our disabled. So it's very important that these be good jobs, that these be union jobs, that these be jobs that are sustainable so that folks can have a family and have a decent life of dignity while doing this important work. So wanted to recognize this statement from the National Domestic Workers Alliance.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.